Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Sorry for the delays today. It's been quite the day. But let's go ahead and go over the Roundhill dividends for the second week of the year. I believe we already got some, which coincided. Actually, it was New Year's Eve, but they were paid out the first of the year. So this actually is our first dividend update for the year for Roundhill, including, by the way, YBTC. It's our fourth one. Let me share really quick what the dividend amounts were, and then we'll update our spreadsheet. So first things first, we're going to go here. I get this emailed to me every week. So for XDTE, we had 19 cents. For QDTE, we had 18 cents, so very close. And then for RDTE, we had 20.5 cents, almost 21 cents. And then for YBTC, now we see this with a lot of the new Roundhill funds. We see the first few dividend payouts tend to be higher than some of the other funds. So for YBTC, we are at 53 cents. So that's that. Now let's go to our favorite spreadsheet here. This one, because Roundhill's been going a lot longer, this one is a lot bigger, of course, than our YMAX and YMAG one. So let's go over here. Let me first start out changing the name. Rename over here. Let's see here. YBTC. Okay, so now we have 4 funds that we're covering instead of 3. So welcome to everybody who's joining. And let's start over here. Okay, so minimize this one here. Okay. All right. XDTE is at the top. Let's, I got a space here, so let me move this down one. We'll just have to do this here. Oh, I didn't do the freeze pane like I did in the other one. Okay, so for XDTE, we have 0.336263. Let's center all of these. Okay, that's one. Let's, oh, I've only got it to 2 decimals. I was doing 4. Let me try to get back to normal here. 4 decimals. Okay, the more numbers, the better, right, for us numbers people. By the way, this week is also only going to have 4 trading days because of former President Jimmy Carter. Because of his passing, tomorrow the market's going to be closed. Okay, how is this? Hold on a second here. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. I was on a week ago. Let's go back here. Gotta love when it plays tricks on you. I was like, why is it the same? Okay, I'm sorry, because I just said this, right? It's 0.189 527. I feel like I'm reading off a phone number. 0.1895527. There we go. Okay, so that is 82 cents for the month. For the year, that is 986. And then let's go with the share price. This was yesterday. I ideally wanted to cover this yesterday, but that didn't quite happen. So let's see, January, today's the 8th, so yesterday was the 7th. So we'll go with, it was at like 50.31. Now it's down to 49.97. So we could look at it that it's on sale, right? 50.31. Let's calculate the, okay, 19.59% dividend yield. Week over week, this is U42 minus U44. So this is what we've changed. Let me try to figure something out here. This doesn't make sense. Something got screwy in this formula here. Let's see. Give me a second here. $39. Oh, I see what happened here. This has been thrown off for like a week. So it's supposed to be, oh, I see what happened. I didn't change it. It was 38.39, 39.40. And it's supposed to be 39.39, 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 39.40. U40 instead of U39. There we go, U40. And then it's supposed to be, let's see here, U40, U41, U42, and then U43. There we go. Okay, now we're fixed. Okay, so we did, we gained 18 cents. I know it looks opposite, but we actually gained 18 cents. So W43, we need to change this to W44 divided by U3. This is the appreciation in the share price. U43, we need to go to U44 to get the original here. There we go. 5.25% down versus 0.34%. $100,000 on the hypothetical $100,000 invested would buy us 1,987 shares this week. This would be a $377 dividend payment, and annualized would be 19,589. Okay, for this one, we're going to take, let's see, we've got W43 and then Q45. Okay, so the Q45 is right. We just need, we just need W45, I think. See, the problem is here, 1 is a percentage. Okay, I need to sum this and then divide probably by U3. And that turn that into a percentage. There we go. That's 20.21. And we just take this one divided by, and this needs to be percent also. So the weekly percentage return is 0.49. So it's not the 1% weekly return that we're getting from YMAX and YMAG. So that's important to note. We are on week 42. So in 10 weeks, we'll be at 52 weeks with this, which is hard to believe. Okay, 42. Okay. U44 minus U3 divided by U3. That is, okay, those percentages are right. This is the combined return now, which is, see, I need to do this. I need to actually add. There we go. 19.87. The average, this needs to be AA44 over here. 25,560. Dropped a little bit. So the average weekly dividend payout is 25,560.74. Okay, this is Z45. Z45 divided by U4. Let's see what I was doing here. It got screwy here when I converted it to a table, or the spreadsheet did it for me. Z45. What is the answer? Oh, this is like, let's see, divided by the original. Let me move this down here. Move this down here. So this is, what was I trying to do? Z45 is that's a percent return divided by U3, the original share price. I'm going to just delete that. We don't need that for now. Anyway, so that is XDTE. Let's do QDTE next. Luckily, we have this built in here. So we can kind of just plug and play. Or not play. This is serious business, right? Investing. Okay, so 0.18. Oh, we dropped a lot. 2772 from a week ago. We dropped a lot. Okay, let me center all of these bad boys here. Center. Let me expand out the digits again. I want these to be 4 digits. Okay, there we go. 4 trading days. Got this one. So for the month, it's 79 cents. Annually is 950. Let's look at the share price for QDTE. QDTE is, it dropped again. So on January 7th, it was 40.25. I keep thinking about that joke. It's actually a Forrest Gump joke I want to make. If any of you close observers picked up on my little shift in accent there, that's what that was regarding. Okay, January 7th, 40, 40.34. Feeling kind of flat today, folks. Energy drink time. 40.34. Percentage-wise, 23.56%. Scroll down with this one. Okay, so let's make sure this one just needs to be the sum um, divided by, it's going to be U46. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how good we are. Aha, that was the original share price. Okay, so we have dropped quite quite a bit. It still gets me choked up to this day because we keep dropping in this one in the nav. We are seeing nav erosion in this one. So it's funny because YieldMax was second to this game. They didn't have first mover advantage, but they have by far perfected this and they've surpassed the competition. So I've got to give Jay and company credit. Okay, U87 divided minus U46. Okay, that should be right. So it's lost 13% and the nav U46, that needs to be U47. Oh, here we go. Excuse me. All right, I had some brisket for dinner. I'm burping it up. It was delicious. If anybody has Mission Barbecue in their area, it was like a free Christmas sandwich. You know me with my saving money. I always my freebies. Okay, so this one was, let's see, W88 divided by U46. So that is the total divided by the original number. See, this isn't right. This should be a negative number. We'll leave that alone for now. Okay, so on this one, on a hypothetical $100,000 invested this week, that would be 2,479 shares. This would be $453 for the week, and then it would be 23,560.10 for the month. The average is going to include to here 38,185. Let's do, I believe it's 42 weeks now, right? Ooh, that doesn't look very good. Ooh. Okay, let's see. 42. This is going to be percentage wise. This is okay, 0.68. So that's not too shabby. Okay, we need the same calculation that we had here over here. So I'm going to drag and drop this one or cut and paste this bad boy over here. Let's go over here. Oops, what did I do? That is definitely not right. Because see, I'm trying to add a dollar amount to it. So it should be plus this one. So the net return is actually 15.79%. So 38,182 for the annualized dividends, the average. And the reason, again, that I take the average is because we have fluctuated in this all the way from a projected annual income of 103,000 at the high point. Well, I can just do the min and max here. So the min and max minimum was $2,000. Max was 103. So you see there's a very wide variation in these. That's why we take the average. Or should I say that's why we do such advanced calculations on here, such as the average. Isn't that a beautiful number? Just sum all these up. I'll take that whole number right now. So the minimum here was 10,500. Max was 103. This is why, folks, we take the average. Okay, next for RDTE. So we've got RDTE now, then we've got YBTC. So these are easy. I can just drag these down over here. Um, so RDTE, let's go here. It's going to be 0.205760. And of course, it wants to be snarky with me here. Let's go here. This was actually, what was I doing? This was 4 trading days. 4, 4, 4. 3 weeks in a row now. Okay. Monthly it is, or yeah, monthly 89 cents. Um, Annually it's $10.69, which is what I remember a Chinese restaurant used to cost me for lunch back in the cheap days. RDTE, let's see here. January 41.30. All right, so we'll go with this one. Of course, we're down lower than this. We're down to 40.79 today. Oops, not that. 41.30. Okay, so this is what we've got. 25.91, a big departure from what we were at a week ago. That's a 12-cent fluctuation off of $100,000. This will buy us 2,421 shares. The weekly dividend is $4.98. The weekly based on this one, and then annually would be 25,906.83. So then if we include the average here to include cell 104, we would be there at 40,988.77. So it's a bit of a drop off there. And then this one, Z106. Oh, this is for YBTC. Okay, so let's wrap up this one real quick. This should be a percentage. That is obviously wrong. Or as they say, wrong. How many weeks have we, let's see, how many weeks have we done here? 16. 16 weeks. 32.62%. This would be 2.33. The weekly return, that is very strong, folks, for RDTE. That's actually a very strong rate of return, but I need to divide by 16. See, this is a bit misleading here. 2.04, so we're still above 2%. That's pretty good, I must say. This one we need to adjust, let's see, 104. So that's 6.79%. So then our net, we're going to bring this formula down over here. This is going to be, that's right, 25.83%. That's a strong return, folks, for what we're seeing for 16 weeks with RDTE. That's a very strong return. Okay, now this one, we are at 0.534877, which is half of what we were in week 1. Let's go here. It's going to be 4 weeks again. Okay, so this one, let's do this. Oh, I forgot to do the most important part, YBTC here. There we go. So we're going to build this one out too. So this is going to be monthly 232. Annually is going to be 27.81. The current share price for YBTC is going at a annual or a retail rate of right now 48.94. Let's go here. Oh, it spiked up a couple days ago because the price of Bitcoin is very volatile. So if we look at it yesterday, we'll go with the 51.27. So we did see a little bit of NAV appreciation, but we came right back down today. We're going by figures that are like a day old. Oh, and then now watch this. Now we can officially do this because we've got 2 weeks. So we can do the comparison here. So we had $1.07. Or wait a minute. Let's see, T89 divided by U89. Ah, I see what I did here. Watch this. This projected return was like 107% last week. So that's what this cell is supposed to be. I could have actually done that calculation last week. This one, we're going to take these two. So that's going to be, that's $1.07 that it actually went up. It's a little bit of a misleading calculation there. Off of $100,000, this would buy us 1,950 shares. This would be $1,043 weekly, which would be 54,249.27 annually. Let's remove some decimals here because this is purely money here. So I want to only make it the 2 decimal points. Okay, so now we can get our final verdict here. So our final verdict is this number here, which is these 4. So it's going to be AA44, AA87, and then AA104. That is 23. Ooh, that's a big drop. So it's $69,056. Actually, you know what? We need to make this, we need to change the equation here. right? Because watch this. This is now 4 funds, so it's going to be a hypothetical portfolio of 400,000 instead of 300,000. So it's going to be 400,000 invested 25% evenly across 4 funds. So this is more like 123, 305, 56 divided by the 400,000. That is a 30.83% rate of return. So not too shabby. So if you had a hypothetical portfolio of that much of 400,000 invested a quarter, weighted a quarter for each of these funds 4 ways, that would be your annual projected dividend yield and your annual projected rate of return. Now for this one, we're going to take this cell. We need to start an average here. By the way, our thoughts and prayers go out to the LA fire victims today. It's been all over the news. It's been crazy out there. Okay, one more calculation here. It's going to be plus this. So that's 100. So on average, that's 146, 978, 58. So you guys see why I do the averages now, because the averages kind of even things out, because things do get kind of skewed. So out of 400,000, it's 36.74%. So those are our 2 bottom line numbers there. So overall, and let me do this really quick here. Control V, Control C. We definitely don't want to do that. Divided by 2, Q105. That was a country station out here. Q106 is what we want. There we go. So that is a 78.53%. And if we divide by 2 weeks, it's going to be an insanely skewed number. It's going to tell us we're getting an average return of like 39% each week. That's not true. That's just skewed because we're only 2 weeks into this. And I think as far as the other calculations, I think we have them all at this point. This one we're going to want to do. Let's see here. Minus 106 divided by 106. There we go. 2.13%. Okay, folks, we got everything there. Now let me do comments. Let's see if we have any questions, comments, concerns here. Of course, we've got William Malikuski saying, hey, Night Owls. Who bought into Biggie today? Nice. Sold out of one of your Steady Eddies. Goff. Why'd you sell Goff? What do you like about Biggie? Distributions have been great so far. So I take it as like a growth investment with dividend paying. It's paying like a 12% dividend, which is along the lines of the QYLDs, the JEPIs, and things like that from the past. 12% historically, even SVOL, you could look at SVOL, which is higher, but historically, those are not bad rates of return at all. We have Anthony Schmentoni. With the Bitcoin bull cycle possibly stalling or even ending, what's the point of YBTC? Your principal is going to fall off a cliff. Just look at the 5-day chart. Yeah, it remains to be seen. I'm just reporting the funds. I'm not saying I'm only in like 2 of these, XDTE and QDTE. Haven't bought any RDTE that I know of yet. By the way, Celsius, sponsor me if you see your drink in my video here. Please sponsor me. That would be amazingly appreciated. Despite being almost at 6,000 subscribers, by the way, I still don't have a sponsor yet. That's a little disheartening. Okay, it owns the YieldMax funds plus other stocks. Yeah, this is a good answer. It's different than any because he's right. It does own the YieldMax funds and other stocks. It should have capital appreciation, and 12% is a great return with cap appreciation. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I 100% agree. Yes, I'm just reporting, not pimping. That's why you guys like me, right? I'm not pimping these funds, right? Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. I will get back to pimping my ride instead of my funds. Chad Marshall has one more comment. Says, I hadn't seen the distribution declared today. Seems to have started its 1% a month distribution. For what? For which one? Anyway, folks, thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe. Join Discord. We are so close to hitting that 6,000 milestone. So please tell friends, neighbors, enemies, frenemies, all the above. Oh, Biggie. Okay, 1% distribution. Interesting. So we're ever so close, folks. We're almost there. We could reach it any day. Thank you all again. Take care and good night.